The telemetry data extracted from Lewis Hamilton during the Grand Prix held in the city of Miami caused a real stir within the Italian team. The surprise did not arise merely from the expectation of facing difficulty, but rather from the confirmation, through relentless numbers, of the severity of the challenges encountered. The issue goes far beyond a simple gap compared to the front runners. What emerges is a deep structural breakdown, a clear technical failure that exposes a broader crisis involving both the car's design and the engineering team's ability to adapt and respond efficiently. The graphs and measurements leave no doubt. Hamilton drove a vehicle that does not match the level of a 7-time Formula One world champion. At every corner exit, in every braking zone, in the tire degradation, and in the rear-end instability, the car showed erratic behavior, resisting control, and acting as an opponent rather than as a tool of attack. And this situation does not affect only Hamilton. When the driver who was expected to lead Ferrari back to the top ends up losing nearly 1 full second per lap to a McLaren competitor, the alarm bells ring loud and clear. Before we break down the technical details, the main time loss zone, and what the data truly reveals about the flaws in the concept adopted by the Italian team, and how all this could reshape Hamilton's immediate future in the 2025 season. Make sure to leave your support, subscribe to the channel, and stay with us until the end. This is not just about the Miami round. It's about the reputation of one of the greatest teams in the sport's history, the legacy of one of the all-time great drivers, and the harsh reality threatening to turn a historic alliance into a major sporting disappointment. Starting with raw performance analysis, the British drivers' weekend was marked by frustration and disillusionment. Telemetry revealed a concerning picture. Ferrari's car has severe weaknesses precisely in the areas that define success in modern Formula One. In qualifying, Hamilton not only failed to reach the final segment, but also started only from 12th place, even being outpaced by both Williams drivers. Comparing his lap times to Max Verstappen's revealed a half-second deficit, with around 40% of that gap lost in just the first sector. Speed and acceleration comparisons through the opening corners painted a worrying scenario. The Ferrari struggles with lateral instability, inconsistent traction, and a visible lack of driver confidence. Verstappen, on the other hand, is able to accelerate earlier, maintain the ideal line, and apply full engine power. Hamilton, in contrast, has to ease off, adjust his path, and wait for the rear end to stabilize before accelerating again. This early setback compounds throughout the lap, and the Italian car never manages to recover the time lost in that first sector. The second sector is even more damaging. Data shows that the red car suffers chronically from oversteer and poor traction in slow-speed corners, particularly between corners 11 and 16. This compromises not only lap times but also the thermal balance of the rear tires, which quickly move out of their optimal temperature range. Engineers confirmed that the current model demands extremely precise setup. Any small change in suspension height or aerodynamic balance can turn the car unstable and unpredictable, something Hamilton experienced repeatedly, especially during heavy braking and throttle application out of tight bends. The most alarming insight from the race came during the actual run. Both Hamilton and Leclerc had real potential to finish ahead of Antonelli. Between laps 39 and 53, Charles Leclerc, using hard tires, averaged 1 minute 31 seconds and 8 thousandths per lap. Meanwhile, Hamilton, equipped with theoretically faster medium tires, recorded an average of 1 minute 31 seconds and 131 thousandths, still 0.123 seconds slower than his teammate. This disparity worsened due to the time Hamilton spent stuck behind Leclerc in turbulent air, overheating the rear tires, and compromising pace. The stint performance charts showed that for a brief window, both Ferrari cars were faster than Antonelli. But because the team delayed the order to swap positions until lap 39, Hamilton had no realistic opportunity to launch an attack. By the time the call came, the gap to the car ahead had already grown to nearly 5 seconds. Adding to the concern, consistency charts revealed that even cars from Alpine and Williams delivered more stable segment. Hamilton showed significant lap time swings while battling Esteban Ocon and later being caught by Carlos Sainz. What most impressed the engineers was how much potential went to waste. After the position switch, Both Ferrari drivers posted very similar times, revealing that the team's hesitation had nullified the medium tire advantage. The second position switch, this time favoring Leclerc, also came far too late to have any meaningful effect on the outcome. The final telemetry analysis lays bare the gulf between Ferrari and the front-running teams in actual race pace. Oscar Piastri, driving for the British squad, averaged 1 minute, 31 seconds, and 111 thousandths per lap, almost 1 full second quicker than Hamilton. Meanwhile, Verstappen, Russell, and Norris consistently lapped in the low 1 minute and 31 second range. Hamilton, on the other hand, completed his longest stint with an average of 1 minute, 32 seconds, and 130 thousandths. This proves that, at the moment, Ferrari's car is the 5th fastest on the grid, trailing behind Mercedes, McLaren, Red Bull, and at times even Aston Martin. But the issue goes deeper. The current car does not just underperform, it amplifies every strategic mistake. Due to chronic instability, tire wear becomes extreme when following another car in dirty air. This means the team cannot afford any hesitation. Every second lost to indecision directly impacts tire life and lap times. Hamilton knew this, and he made it very clear over the radio with messages full of frustration and irony. In one, he even stated, "I'm just destroying my tires back here," and he was right. The data backed up every word. Ferrari's failure to react quickly compromised not only track position, but also any realistic chance of fighting back. By the end of the race, Leclerc, still on hard tires in good condition, was significantly faster than Hamilton, who was already suffering from severe degradation on his medium tires. What began as a possible comeback for Hamilton turned into a complete strategic collapse for Ferrari. 2 position changes, no real gain, and both drivers finishing behind a Mercedes that could have been beaten. This is why the sentiment within the team is one of deep frustration and disbelief. The issue isn't just about performance, it's about slow tactical reactions, which prove even more damaging in the long run. The telemetry from this race isn't just a collection of statistics, it's an urgent red flag. And if Ferrari doesn't act quickly, they stand to lose more than championship points. They risk losing the trust of a 7-time world champion. The most worrying aspect isn't just what the numbers say, but what they reveal about the team's inability to make fast and effective decisions. Every lap stuck behind Leclerc, every poorly executed strategy, every missed opportunity for an undercut or to build a lead. It's all logged in the data, and it is damning. Ferrari is dealing with a systemic issue, a combination of extreme technical sensitivity, recurring operational failures, and inefficient communication. The current model leaves no room for error, and right now the team is making too many. The fact that Hamilton had theoretically better tires but was unable to capitalize on them is the perfect image of a completely wasted opportunity. And now the European leg of the season is fast approaching. Circuits like Imola, Barcelona, and Silverstone will expose every strength and every weakness. If the team doesn't fix its off-track performance, not even the best aerodynamic upgrades will save their season. Because at this level of racing, it's not just about who builds the fastest machine. It's about who knows how to use it when it matters most. And you, what do you think about all this? Was it a flawed strategy? A poor setup? Or is there something deeper going wrong within Maranello? Share your opinion in the comment, leave your support on this video, and subscribe to make sure you don't miss what's coming next. Because if the Miami data really is a preview of what's ahead, Lewis Hamilton may have just revealed Ferrari's most painful vulnerability yet, and the whole world will be watching to see how the team responds.